Okay, welcome back guys, and in this part we're going to be looking at our scene and we're just going to add some lighting in, just the dome lighting for now, and we're going to use a HDR. So I usually go over to this site, polyheaven.com. They've got a lot of great HDRs to pick from. When I say a lot, around 694. Some of them you do have to pay for to get early access, but eventually they do come available. There's so much here you can pick from. They are a really great site, and I think they do have a page where you can donate money just to help the site grow more and more. They do put a lot of effort into it, so if you can help them in any way, I think it's their supporters, then I'd highly recommend doing so. So we're going to go for this HDR. I really like it. You don't have to use this exact one, I just like the theme of this one. As you can see with the glass and the reflections here, it looks very very nice, and it's going to be nice in our scene. You can see it in there here, how it's lighting up the scene. So if we download a 2K version, I wouldn't say get a 4K version, it's probably going to be too much and there's just no point for a HDR. So let's just download that, and if we save that to our file, so once you guys have got that saved to your file, open up lighting, go into V-Ray and select a V-Ray light, and then just change that to a dome. And if you head into your textures and just create a V-Ray bitmap, and then find that texture, which is this one, and then change that to spherical, put the blur down on it, change it to environment, change that to spherical environment, and if we just grab that, and go into our lighting, and let's drag that to there. So do as an instance. We've got a multiplier of 1. So then we want to just grab our camera. Let's go for a physical. Just put that into our scene. And the reason that's happening is because it has clipping on it. But that, don't worry if that happens on yours, that's just my scene. So just want to adjust that around to 28. And I'm just going to enable clipping again, and I'm just going to move that back to around there. Now what clipping allows you to do is allows you to get as much of the room in as possible, but it's a tool where you have to really mess around with just to make sure you're getting everything, and you'll see what I mean by here. So you can see that red line, that's your clipping. So it's just one of them where you just have to mess around with it. Probably just move away from the edges and just bring that in a bit more, and then just bring that back a bit, maybe around there. Ooh. That's why. So as I said, it's just one of those things where you just have to mess with it, just make sure it's not colliding with anything. So if we just head into our settings and just take a look at that. We'll go for 1920, 1080, just a small render. And again, if it's going to put time on your computer, then I recommend going lower. And then what we want to do is just do a quick render. So once your quick render is done, we'll have a look. So just press F9 and then it should start rendering. So it's looking quite nice. Obviously we'll just get rid of that. So if we just cancel our render, and to get rid of that, just press 8 and just click use map, and it will just use that as a background, which is black. So to get rid of that, all we need to do is just press 8 and just make sure our background's selected like that, and also just go into our dome light. Then I'm just going to our dome light, press the top, go into options, go into invisible, and that just sorts that problem out. So once that's sorted, just press render again, and there you go, that's gone. So when we take it into Photoshop, we're also going to put some blinds in there, but when it comes to Photoshop, it's going to be not there. So it's actually looking quite nice with the lighting. You can see some nice detail going on here, and also the mirror. So it is still a bit dark, so what we'll do is just cancel that render. Go into exposure. For some reason it's not letting me add it. Oh, there we go. And if we just turn that up, so as you can see, as I'm turning that up, that's getting some highlight burn. So all we need to do is just bring that back down, and it smooths itself out around there. So as you can see, it's looking really, really nice. We might just have to adjust our carpet as well, but we're getting some really, really nice colours, and the bedding's looking really good as well. We are getting some reflections from the material, from that HDR, but we'll sort that. So we still need to add some lights into our scene just to give it a bit more of a kick. So what we'll do, we'll just put that back to how it was. We'll just put that back to how it was, and we'll add some lights into our room just to give it a bit more of a kick, and we'll also mess with some settings just to give it a bit more of a boost to really boost that lighting in the whole scene. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. So guys, we're going to install some other lighting into our scene now. So if we head on back to 3D Sky and we go into spotlights and click manufacturers, and this is actually from companies all around the world, I believe, who upload their models for free. So if we go down, and what we need is a nice circle light spotlight. So just go to the next page, and let's check these out. I think that one will do. So yeah, so we'll grab this one. If we download it, don't worry about these, we'll take them out. So if you download that to your scene. So guys, we've got our light scene open, and for some reason it is a Corona file. It did say V-Ray on the download, but that's not a problem. So if we just ungroup that and if we just delete, group it again, group, and we just want to get rid of these parts. And to be honest, you're gonna see that. Just get rid of that. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see that either. I'm not gonna see them. So yeah, just getting rid of bits you're not really gonna see. But then you don't need anything clogging up the scene really. So all we need to do to convert these is just click from Corona to V-Ray. Close that. And if we go into V-Ray scene converter and just convert it, and hopefully that should sort out the problem. Let's move the original. Let's have a look at what's going on. It can be funny sometimes, the converter. Sometimes it wants to work and sometimes it doesn't. That's the annoying part. So what we'll do here, we'll just we will just adjust these ourselves. So it's only a simple matte black for the actual colour. So go to materials, V-Ray, and just grab a V-Ray material, and set that to around, so don't want too much reflect on it. Bring the glossiness down to around 6, maybe around, yeah, around that. We just grab these, assign that there. Okay, that's perfect. And if we just group that back up and just call it spot, copy it and just take it back over to your other scene. And just go into F3, press V. Okay guys, so we should have our line, our scene. So we just want to match that up nicely. So maybe just make it a tiny bigger, just to fit into that. Around there, and then simple process where you just drag it into the in between, so it matches up very nicely. Same again in the middle. Perfect. So let's just look at that in clear mode, make sure everything's nice and in. Need to adjust the height a bit. Just bring that down a bit. Perfect. So we've got some really nice spots in there now. So if we head back into our camera, you can see there's really nice detail going on there. Perfect. So what we want to do now is we can actually get rid of these. So just jump into F3. We can actually delete these out of our scene now because we no longer need them. And what I want to do now is add some more lighting in. So we head back into V-Ray lights and we create a sphere and set that to around 20. Change the temperature to around 4,500. We definitely need it to not be that big. So I'd definitely say maybe a radius of 2. I'll just line that up around there. So if you will actually name these spotlights, and if we just create a reference, let's drag them, and just try and do your best to center them as perfect as possible. And you put these into all of our lights. And this should really help boost the lighting in the scene. Okay, perfect. So once they're done, the next part is we want to add a V-Ray IES into the scene as well, and this is going to allow us to get some really nice spotlights in as well. And I'm going to choose now, guys. With the IES light pack. This is very easy to get a hold of. You just go online if you don't have it already installed and just go into the lights you want. Now guys, I'm going to be using these lights for the IES, and it's a light pack you can just download from this website. Very easy to download and install. You've got a nice collection of different spotlights here that really help put some more detail into your scene, and just also very awesome to get that detail in as like real world lighting as well. If we head back to our scene, go into our lights, and I'm going to pick a defined spot, and I'm just going to go into our side view, and I'm just going to place that around there, and I'm just going to make sure it is where I need it to go. So we just get that nice and centre-ish, and then just select all, bring it round to here. Just gonna make it a bit more smaller around there, and definitely put the intensity value down. I don't know why it comes in so high, so I'm going to put that to a value of, let's see how 10 looks. I'm just going to put temperature on that and put that around to 4,500. And that's going to add some real nice warmness to our room as well. So just need to grab it so I can rename it. So let's call that Spot IES Light. We'll just same process again. Simple drag reference as well. Okay, that's perfect. So we've got some nice lights in there, and should be some really nice warm lighting going on when we come to take a look at our render on the next one. So if you save your scene guys, and I'll see you in the next one.